What did we discuss? I'm also opening my notes. Okay, faith, religion, and dharma. At the end, we did that. Want to say something?
Yeah, and then we also discussed the vision that Arjuna had, and how he was extremely intelligent and he was a visionary.
Oh, yeah.
And he talked about dharma.
Yeah.
Kill all my partners.
Yeah.
He will protect.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Arjuna used to think really far ahead. Correct. Nice memory, Gaurav Prabhu.
He asked
Without changing.
Krishna to take him in the middle of
Yeah.
the field.
Correct.
He wanted to see.
Correct. Krishna, Senayor Ubhayor Madhya. Take me in the middle of both the armies. I want to see who has come to fight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Blown, yeah. And one more sign of victory. Yeah, conch shells had name. Hanumanji. Hanumanji was on the top of whose rath? Arjun's rath. Kapi Dhwaja. Hanuman's other name is Kapi. So Kapi Dhwaja. Okay, what else? आपको कुछ याद है? या आप नहीं आए थे विषय में? हाँ, okay, no problem. हाँ, starting में question. End में लेते bro. हाँ. हाँ, वो हमने लास्ट टाइम करा था. तो मैं आपको सेशन के बाद डिनर के टाइम वापस बता दूंगा. चलेगा? वरना you can always listen. It's saved on YouTube. But I'll explain. Okay. What else? Anything else? I think we've covered it all. कुछ किसी और को कोई different point याद आ रहा है?
We also discussed why, I don't know what I should call them, but these legends, why were they on the side of the evil?
Oh yeah, correct. Why were Bhishma and Drona protecting the Kauravas? Okay. Fine. I think we did that last time, but you have sharper memory now. Anyhow, we've covered it. Okay, great. So we did signs of victory. Some of the signs were told by Shweta. Now today we will see how the third section begins and what happens to Arjuna. But what was the first section of this chapter? Preparation for war. Second, signs of victory. We covered it last time. What you said, conch shells broke the heart, shattered the hearts of the Kauravas. Kapi Dhwaja, Madhava, these are all signs. And today we're going to begin the third section, which is, oh no, we did Bhakta Vatsalya. We started Bhakta Vatsalya Krishna. What was the sign that Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal? We'll do that today. Yeah, correct.
As a Sarthi, he has to take the kicks.
He has to take the kicks.
He
Correct.
God and yet he was sitting
Exactly. And we'll expand and talk more about exactly this point today. How Krishna took the kicks from Arjuna. And the fourth section, which we will kind of start that also today, is Arjun's doubts. Amazing doubts. Huh? A short form for that is CESD. CESD. We'll come to it. Okay. Cool. So let's start today's session. Which shloka do we have to read today? 23, I think. Yeah, 23. Yeah, Arjun will start speaking, na? Okay, so that should be 23. Cool. So let's do a quick prayer before we begin. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Okay, so you all can repeat after me. Yotsamanam aveksheham. We're reading the 23rd shloka. Huh? Yaetetra samagata Dharatarashtarasya durbuddhir Yude priya chikirshava Who would want to read the translation? Anybody? Kavish, English की translation पढ़ोगे आप? जोर से.
Let me see those who have come here to fight. Is the able-minded son of
Dhritarashtra. So Arjun is saying, let me see who has come here to fight the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Let's read the purport also today. It's a short purport. Normally we don't read purports because we have to cover a lot of shloka. But the purports are wonderful, especially chapter 2 onwards. You will see the purports have so much depth. Also in chapter 1, of course. So let's, you'll read the purport, Divya? Okay, go for it.
It was an open secret that Duryodhana wanted to usurp the kingdom of the Pandavas by evil plans in collaboration with his father Dhritarashtra. Therefore, all persons who had joined the side of Duryodhana must have been birds of the same feather. Arjun wanted to see them on the battlefield before the fight was begun, just to learn who they were, but he had no intention of proposing peace negotiations with them. It was also a fact that he wanted to free them to take
to make an estimate of the strength which he had to face, although he was quite confident of victory because Krishna was sitting by his side. So let's do a recap, a quick recap. The movie opens with whom? Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. And then Sanjay takes Dhritarashtra to the battlefield. And in the battlefield, who is the first person to speak? Duryodhan. Duryodhan is showing Dronacharya, his army, and the Pandavas' army. And then the camera shifts to Arjun and Krishna blowing their conch shells. And now Arjun asks, let's go ahead. Take me in the middle of the battlefield. And he kicks Krishna because that's how you tell. Take me in the middle. So now, let's just spend some time again on this relationship between Arjun and Krishna. Like we said last time, we have to assume Krishna is God, at least in the beginning of the Gita. Why should we assume? Because the name of the book that we are reading is, what does it mean? Gita means what? Song. Bhagavat means what? Bhagavan. Something that comes from Bhagavan. Now, what does Bhagavan mean? But who is God? So actually, Sanskrit is a beautiful language. It's a really amazing language. Every word has a meaning. If you ask what is the meaning of God, everybody will give you a different answer. Somebody will say one who created universes. Somebody will say where we go after death. Somebody will say one who gives you back karma. Everybody will give you a different definition. But Bhagavan has a very specific definition. Okay? This word was coined by, was not coined, but the meaning for this word was given by a gentleman named Parashar Muni. Who was Parashar Muni? He was the father of Vyasadev. Father of Vyasadev. Vyasadev is who? Vyasadev is the one who has all the Vedic scriptures were spoken orally. The transfer of knowledge was oral. The memory in the days bygone was so sharp that people would hear once and they would remember forever. Students were so sharp, they would hear once, they would remember forever. But Vyasadeva could foresee that this is not how the future is going to be. So he documented all the Vedic scriptures, right? And after the Mahabharata, he documented the Mahabharata. And after in the Mahabharata, in the middle of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita. So he documented Gita also. And his father's name was Parashar Muni. So Parashar Muni divides this word into two, Bhaga and Vana. And the two parts mean one who's full of, the other part means opulences. One who's full of opulences. And then Parashar Muni tells Bhagavan literally means one who's full of 6 opulences. If there is any person that you know who is full in these 6 opulences, then that person, you can call that person Bhagavan. Okay? Opulences, what does opulences mean? Abundance.
Correct.
Yeah. Like positive wealth, prosperity. Like actually, can somebody Google it? I'm Aishwarya, but can somebody Google it? See what does opulence mean? Till then, we'll write down the 6 opulences. Okay. First, this no English में ही बताऊँ और complicate कर रहे हैं. Pratyush being Pratyush.
Great wealth, luxury, or abundance of expenses.
Okay, abundance. Possessing something valuable. Huh? So what are these 6 valuable things? First, this person will have the highest strength. Most strength. Second, most beauty. Very good, Pratyush, you remember these. Beauty. Be the most beautiful, should have the highest strength. You know Khali? He's got quite a lot of strength. The great Khali, wrestler. But I don't think he's very beautiful. Or maybe beautiful person won't have a lot of strength. So most beautiful, strength. Oh, it's written in the puppet, no? Okay, good. Fame. Because they have so much strength and they have so much beauty, they'll also be very famous. Next, knowledge. Most amount of knowledge. Next, happy bata do. Huh? So we've covered riches, wealth. And then last 6, that person will have all of this. Beauty, wealth, fame, strength, knowledge. But still, this person, along with all of this, will have most renunciation. Person who more at the high has the maximum quantity of all these 5 features, but at the same time is detached to all of these features. Most renounced. That person is Bhagavan. Okay? This is a definition. So it's nice how Sanskrit gives a meaning to it. In Sanskrit and all the sages have given meanings to everything. So going back, so there is Bhagavan and Krishna in the Gita. In the future chapters we'll read, Krishna declares multiple times that I am the most supreme person ever. He says, Mata parataram nanyat kinchid ashti dhananjaya ma idam sarvam protam sutre mani ganaiva. He says, there is not even kinch, nothing even something tiny which is above me, which is higher than me. Okay? Like higher than me is my father, because I came from my father. My father has to be higher than me. Mere father nahi hote to main na hota. Like that. Krishna is saying there is nothing above me. Then he says, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sa charachara. Krishna is declaring all this nature, it works under my control. So multiple times in the Gita, Krishna declares, Arjun, don't be confused. I'm telling you, there is nothing above me. There is nothing above me. Now if you look at other modern day religions, you have the Bible, you have the Quran. Bible were instructions given to us by whom? Whom? Christ. Who was Christ? And what did he say? Who is he? Son of God. So the Son of God gave us Bible. Okay? Quran. Instructions given by whom? Prophet. Who was prophet? What did he say? The messenger of God. Okay? And now Krishna is giving the Gita. And what is Krishna saying? Who is he? I'm God. Okay? So Krishna builds it up slowly, slowly, nicely, and then he declares to Arjun, I am the one. I am, like, you don't need to go here and there, here and there. This is my original form. And then he explains, of course, how he comes in different incarnations, etc. That's a science that we will study as we read the Gita or in different sessions, different after party sessions. So we'll do that. So Krishna is God, and Arjun, between Krishna and Arjun, who is superior? Krishna is superior. But who is sitting on an inferior position? Krishna or Arjun? Krishna. Now, if Krishna is God, how can he be sitting at an inferior position? Normally, when we use the word God or when we address God, the general moods are what? Mood of fear, reverence, awe, desire fulfillment. These are the sort of moods we have towards God, right? Generally. Why? Because if I say God, साहिल प्रभु आपके दिमाग में पहली चीज क्या आती है? God बोला, क्या आई पहली चीज? ऐसा something big, someone big, right? रोहन, God, क्या आता है दिमाग में? ऊपर कोई है, आकाश, ऊपर कुछ बड़ा, something बड़ा, हाँ? Okay? Swati, God, abstract, complex. God of God,
Colossus.
colossal.
Colossus.
Colossus means what?
Humongous.
Humongous, colossal, humongous, huge. Again, something big, someone who's really big, someone who's created. Right? Actually, Krishna himself says, you know, what does he say in the Gita? Yadaditya gadam tejo jagadbhasa yate khilam yachandramashi yachagnao tat tejo vidimamakam. He says, you know the sun? Where is sun getting all its fire from? I provide that fire. He says the fire, where does the fire get its splendor from? I provide that splendor. Then in the next shloka, and this is in 15 chapter, 15.12, 15.13, he says, Gama Vishya cha Bhutani. Right? What is that? Gama Vishya cha Bhutani. Dharayami Ahojasa. He says, these planets, why do they stay in orbit? Why do planets stay in orbit? कभी बॉल ऊपर फेंकी अटक गई हवा में, बॉल फेंकी, oops, अटक गई. No. What is that thing in the planet that is making it stay in its position? That thing is me. I have put in that energy. Krishna is declaring. Okay? So he's big, you know. He's giving splendor to the sun. He's making the planets stay in their orbit. And that's how we look at God. And then some people look at God with fear also. Isn't it? Not all of you. You look at it, someone big, huge, respect. आप उधर, मैं इधर. बढ़िया है. But some people look at fear also. ना? आपके भगवान हैं तो छोटे बच्चे मर क्यों जाते हैं? है ना? या फिर God's wrath. Fear God's wrath. Natural disasters will happen. Right? When tsunami came, it was God's wrath. Fearful. But actually, God, just by using common sense, we can understand God has to be beyond this. These are very limited features of God. This is like a robot जो planets को संभाल रहा है, जो creation कर रहा है. One old man with white beard, long white hair, डंडा लेके खड़ा है. शर्म नहीं आई? शर्म नहीं आई? तू चिकन खाता है? मारूं डंडे से मैं तेरे को, हैं? या फिर टॉफी देता है, तूने अच्छा काम किया, ये ले, तू आईफोन खरीद ले, कर्मा. हैं? हमारी our understanding of God is somehow limited to this only. Right? But when we go through Vedic theology, when we go through the Gita, we understand God is beyond these transactional relationships. Krishna actually doesn't even manage all of this. His energies manage this automatically. कृष्णा बैठे नहीं होते श्वेता की रिकॉर्ड बुक, अरे यार ये तो काम ही गलत करी जाए, किसी और पे ध्यान ही नहीं दे पा रहा मैं, श्वेता के कर्म रिकॉर्ड खत्म नहीं हो रहे, नो रीजन, अरे सैटर्न कहाँ जा रहे अंदर हो भाई, क्या हो गया ना. No, God is not doing, all of this is happening automatically by God's energy. Then what does God do? If you're the richest man, with most beauty, with most strength, with most wealth, will you go to office every day? Will you go to office? He's like, नहीं, मैं तो अभी भी ना जाऊँ, तब क्यों जाऊँगा? So God is not interested in all of this. All of this is happening on its own. What Krishna does and likes to do is chill.
Actually, I was thinking that, but I was too scared to say it. That's
Krishna likes to chill. He chills. He's got friends. He's got a mum at home. It's so, think about it, if you use common sense, you'll see we are limiting God by saying God only manages, creates, destroys. And karma भी करते हैं manage और tsunami भी भेजते हैं, यही सब. हम पूरी मस्ती करेंगे. We'll have parties, we'll have relationships, we'll go on dates, we'll have fun with our parents and our siblings, we'll fight with them, we'll play cricket on Sundays, full day. But God has to manage Saturn and Venus and galaxy. Bas. We will eat bhalle papdi and golgappas. But God, no, God, he's an old guy and he has no friends also. Who will be friend with one person who's always managing all the time? No friends. No. We're limiting God. मैं मस्ती करूंगा, भगवान मस्ती थोड़ी ना करते हैं. Right? Actually, Srimad Bhagavatam first shloka tells us, Janmadi asyataha. It says whatever is existing in this world, it's because it exists in God. Whatever, including stealing, lying. But God is absolute. Stealing or lying by God is also pleasant. Like I'll tell you. Okay, let me not tell you this. It'll be too much for now. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, tell you is, God is beyond the general perception we have. Do you like going to office or do you like going to holiday with friends? Office, no holiday. Office or holiday with friends? हॉलीडे पे. कविश हॉलीडे पे जाना ज़्यादा पसंद आएगा स्कूल जाने से ना. स्कूल के फ्रेंड्स के साथ जाने को मिले तो और अच्छा है. करेक्ट. सो देन व्हाई वुडंट इट बी द सेम फॉर गॉड? राइट. सो कृष्णा loves chilling. That's what he does all the time. He chills. Okay. And to chill with him, he has 5 types of people. He has 5 types of relationships that make his chilling much, much better. Variety is the taste of life. We all like variety. एक relationship थोड़ा खट्टा मीठा, एक relationship थोड़ा went out करने वाला, है ना? We like different relations. Krishna also has 5 different types of relationships. And the taste he gets from these relationships is called rasa. Rasa. Rasa actually doesn't have a word in English. So the closest word is mellow. Mellows. So there are 5 types of rasas. First is called Shantya Ras. Shant. there are living entities who are very close to Krishna who have a shant interaction, like the cows. Very shant. Then there is dasya, servitude. Some living entities like to just be servants of Krishna. And Krishna enjoys a master-servant relationship with them. Master-servant is easy to understand. Why? Because हम awe, reverence, fear ये सब समझते हैं. So the best example of servitude is Hanuman. Hanuman was always a servant of Ram. If you see a photo of Ram, Sita, Lakshman, where is Hanuman? In that photo? Niche. How is he sitting? Like that. Like a servant. But now the fun begins. One above this is called Sakhya. Friendship with God. When Krishna was here 5,000 years ago, his friends used to tell him, "Bhai, ek bari to wrestling match jeet ja. Win at least once." Right? So friendship, they look at, they can't see God as God. They look at Krishna as equal. But to get there also, it takes a lot. Right? But you can understand, in the spiritual world, Krishna has friends. He goes on picnic with them. Then further up, God, in the rasa of Vatsalya, parents will scold him, pamper him. He gives a living entity that position. Okay, you be my parent. Don't look at me as God. He removes the memory. He takes away that knowledge that he is God, so that this relationship can be enjoyed. Right? Like for example, when Mother Yashoda, you would have heard this, Janmashtami pe jhakiya dekhne kabhi gaye hoge to. When Mother Yashoda was told that Krishna has eaten dirt, Mother Yashoda said, "Open your mouth." And what happened after that? What did she see in the mouth? She saw universes in the mouth of Krishna. She said, "What is this? This boy is someone special. Is he Narayan?" Narayan meant God only. Or are some demigods playing a trick? Forget it. Maybe I have not slept. And then she forgot she saw something like that. Because Krishna was thinking, "Oh no, her mood is changing. How will I enjoy this mother relationship if she starts thinking I'm God again?" Takes away the knowledge. Okay? And then the topmost rasa is Madhurya, lover. Lover. Right? Someone in love. So maybe this is a little difficult to digest at the beginning of Gita. But the point is that Krishna, God, cannot just be maintaining. He cannot just be an old man with white hair, managing karma, managing the universe, giving us tsunamis, managing stars. No, he's beyond that. He's not doing all of this. This is all happening automatically by his energies. Right? Like Modi आके हमारे घर के बाहर झाड़ू नहीं लगाते. It's his energy. मोदी के नीचे members of parliament है, फिर चीफ मिनिस्टर्स है, चीफ मिनिस्टर के नीचे एमसीडी है, एमसीडी में 50 हायरार्कीज है, उसमें नीचे कोई एमसीडी का वर्कर झाड़ू लगाता है. So Modi's energy, right? So like that, Krishna's energies and Krishna's people are managing the universe. He is at all times just chilling, super chill. Krishna doesn't go to office. पैसे आएंगे तभी तो हॉलीडे पे जाऊंगा, पैसे नहीं आएंगे तो हॉलीडे पे कैसे जाऊंगा? Krishna doesn't do that. Okay, let's go to 1.24. Anusha, you lead this one. Sanjaya Vacha Evam Mukta Rishikesho Gudakeshena Bharata Senayor Ubayor Madhye Sthapayitva rahotamam. Translation?
There said, O descendant of Bharat, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies.
Okay. So there is a very nice word used here, and Prabhupada is also talking about that word in the purport. That word is Gudakeshana. Gudakesh. Can you repeat after me? Gudakesh. Gudakesh. Okay? Kavish and Pratyush, say after me. Gudakesh. Gudakesh. Thank you. So, Gudakesh was Arjun's name. The translation says, after being addressed by Arjun, Krishna took the chariot in the midst of both the armies, right? Gudakesh. What does Gudakesh mean? Gudakesh means one who has conquered sleep. Anybody here who has conquered sleep? Insomnia. It's actually not insomnia. Insomnia would mean you have not conquered sleep. You want it. You're far awake. Sleep has conquered you. Why? Because you're not getting sleep and you want it desperately. This is different. You don't need sleep. Like sleep is coming to you and you're like, "Jai, ऐसे मेरे को ज़रूरत ही नहीं है तेरी." Like that.
Is it because, for instance, if we are excited about something, if we love something, then
Absolutely. Wow, you got it. I was going to come to that point slowly, but you've hit the nail on the head. Correct. Gudakesh means one who doesn't feel the need to sleep physically, mentally, emotionally. Like for me, if I sleep even for 5 hours, it means my mother and Anusha are going to have a very hard day. Because I'll be super cranky and I'll raise my decibel level at everything. This is how badly I have been conquered by sleep. You get it? Does it happen to you? Super irritated, I start sweating, my head feels heavy. Sleep is my everything. It's my tea, coffee, although we don't have tea and coffee. It's my everything. Sleep is my recovery mechanism. Sleep is my workout also. Sleep is everything for me. So I'm so dependent on sleep. All of us are dependent on sleep, right? It's just somebody who doesn't need sleep. That was Arjun. Why? Arjun used to practice archery even at night. For days at stretch, he wouldn't sleep, only a little bit of sleep. And with that little bit of sleep over years, he's fighting Mahabharata. And although this is not mentioned in the Mahabharata, but some traditional documentation states that once the lamps went off when Arjun was in the Gurukul of Dronacharya learning archery, the lamps went off because of wind. So there were no lamps and Arjun was having food at that time. So there was absolutely no light. And he realized, how come in darkness, you understand वो अब तो लाइट जाती नहीं है दिल्ली में इतनी दिल्ली में, बट पहले जब जाती थी लाइट तो एकदम पिच, आई मीन कुछ भी नहीं दिखता था, कुछ भी नहीं, सिर्फ काला होता था, डार्कनेस, मूनलाइट भी नहीं दिखती थी एंड आईज को थोड़ा टाइम लगता था एडजस्ट होने में, राइट? सो इन दैट डार्कनेस अर्जुन स्टार्ट्स टू थिंक, how come this hand with food is not going into my nose? So I can't see my mouth. In fact, I never see my mouth. Without seeing the mouth, how is food going into the mouth? So he said, this is only by practice. जैसे क्रिकेट में बोलते हैं ना, hand eye coordination. Just look at the ball. The coach will tell you, ball से आंख मत उठ, अपने आप हाथ रिप्लाई करेगा, बॉल को देखता रहे एंड तक. हैंड आई कोऑर्डिनेशन. सो ये थॉट, ये क्या प्रैक्टिस, बचपन से हमने प्रैक्टिस करी, दैट्स व्हाई द हैंड टेक्स फूड इन द माउथ. सो ही थॉट, दैट मीन्स इफ आई प्रैक्टिस हार्ड इनफ, आई वुडंट नीड लाइट फॉर आर्चरी. सो ही स्टार्टेड प्रैक्टिसिंग विदाउट लाइट एट नाइट. Just by the sense of sound, he used to guess where the target is. And then using his hands in the sense of touch, he used to try and hit the target. That's why he got the name Gudakesh. Now you may think ये तो बाबा आदम से भी पहले के ज़माने के अर्जुन साहब है. उस टाइम तो कुछ लिखते भी नहीं थे, सुन के याद हो जाता था. But they have been Gudakeshes even now. And the most recent one we know is Prabhupada, the person who's written all the purports. Would you want to know what his day looked like a general day? Although I had always, read so many times, I've read many biographies of Prabhupada. For the first time, for this session, I thought let me compile with the help of AI and different books. I tried to compile what his dincharya is like, his daily schedule is like. Would you want to hear it? Yeah? Okay, let's see. So the day starts by waking up, isn't it? So what time do we wake up? 5:30, 5. Kavish wakes up at 6, 7. School यहीं पे है ना, इसीलिए 7. बस नहीं आती होगी, है ना? 8 sometimes. So Prabhupada is waking up at, any guesses? 3:30. Mangala Aarti he has to attend, no? Mangala Aarti. He used to wake up at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. So now you want to know what time did he sleep? He used to start going to bed at 10 p.m. 10, 10:30, sometimes 11. Between 2 to 3 hours is what he used to sleep at night. That also sometimes by force. Okay. So 1 to 3, he used to, 1 to 3 or 4, he used to translate what we are reading right now. This is stuff he did in those hours in the morning, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. He wrote over 80 volumes of books. How? At night, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Nobody would disturb him.
And a little context, for instance, like you said, the electricity bill, and then he was traveling all the time.
Yes, we'll talk
meeting
about
everyone,
exactly.
So
Exactly.
Contextualize it becomes a lot more
Difficult. Correct. What God Prabhu is trying to say, it's not like how we study for our exams. दिन भर सोते हैं फिर रात को काम करते हैं. It's not like दिन भर सो रहे हैं 3 बजे किताब लिख रहे हैं. He's telling us that he used to be busy through the day. Let's see. 3 to 5, he used to do his personal japa, personal chanting. He used to chant. 5 to 6:30, he used to worship the deities, the Mangala Aarti, and he used to go on a morning walk. And morning walk also, all his morning walks are recorded. So you can see what is he actually doing on the morning walk. Again, he's just discussing philosophy. Just Krishna consciousness, just philosophy. And then 7 a.m. he used to come back, he used to have darshan, and then he used to give a Srimad Bhagavatam class. Give, not hear. To give, take a Srimad Bhagavatam class. 9 to 9:30, he used to have some light breakfast. 9:30 to 11 a.m., correspondence, write letters, meet people who would come with management issues. There are 108 temples all over the world, writing letters to them. Us time to letters hi hota tha, the only way of correspondence. People would come and visit him. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., he used to get a massage and he used to take a bath. Even during that massage, it was a lot of time massage and meeting, or massage and reading. Okay. Then 1 to 2, he used to take lunch. 2:30 to 4, he used to rest. 4 to 7, he used to either take sessions or do meetings. 7 to 10, he used to have management meetings. What's happening? What's the problem? How to manage everything, new temple constructions. 10 o'clock, approximately 9:30, 10, he used to have some milk. He used to get some more massage because, body was turning old. And then he used to rest and then wake up again at 1 a.m. Gudakesh. 1.5 hours in the day, 2 hours at night. Why? How could he do it? Is it possible? And he wasn't cranky, irritated, sweating. Normally, our brains don't function well. We can't make decisions. Here's a man sitting on one tiny desk managing a worldwide movement with 10,000 people directly under him. Man, making temples, teaching philosophy, talking to the lords in UK, talking to top-notch in US, in India, government officials, scientists, philosophers. So he was always at his best without any sleep. Such little sleep. Budakesh. Right? But how is this possible? How is this possible? So there's a very nice saying. I heard it from Keshava Swami, S.B. Keshava Swami. He says, the best alarm clock in the world is purpose. When you have something you love, you're crazy after, you can't sleep, you just want to keep doing that. Like we love going to vacations. When we have to do planning for vacations, buy clothes, how many days are we at the beach? How many days are we going shopping? So plan day by day, where all will we go, the itinerary, which car are we going to take on rent. Then one night before the flight, we don't want to sleep. Have to go to New Zealand, have to go to Dubai, to go to Paris. How will I'm not going to sleep. Right? We love it so much. I have a nephew. He's 8 years old now. But we have videos of him when he was 3 years, 4 years. He's still the same. He just wanted to play. A young boy just wants to play. So much so that he's sitting there feeding him dinner and he's playing a game and he falls asleep because he's so tired. And then he'll wake himself up. No, I want to play. And then after that, when they're putting him to sleep, we have videos saying, no, cricket. He just wants, his body is giving up. No, he just wants to play. Even now when he comes home, this one time I promised him, I'll play cricket half an hour for sure. But it was a Saturday. Saturday is when we have our sessions. So I had to prepare for the session. Then the session, along with Prashad, Kirtan, 3-4 hours. At 10:30 when everybody went, he said, you promised me half an hour cricket. At 10:30 I went out to play with him. He didn't care about sleep, right? When you love something so much, you can't sleep. But now you may say, okay, I love music, I love vacations, I love cricket. But still, you will have to sleep. 3 days you will play, 4th day you will be cranky. Even on a vacation, you're like, aaj sone do yaar, kal maza nahi aayega. To enjoy the vacation, I have to sleep. Right? You can't go sleepless. But he is going sleepless day after day, night after night, year after year. Why? This points towards something significant. What is that? That is that the enjoyment related to this body is not as tasteful as the enjoyment related to the soul. Prabhupada was having he was enjoying something transcendental. It was the enjoyment of the soul, not of the body. And that's why he could be Budakesh. Right? That's why he was Budakesh. That's why we say higher taste. Spirituality is a higher taste. But you'll get it slowly. The more you make efforts, the faster you start getting that higher taste. I'm just recalling one more example from Prabhupada's life. Actually, we'll come to it. Normally people say that spiritualists are they're fatalists. Fatalist समझ आता है? Fatal. जो कहते हैं यार सब खत्म ही हो जाना है, खाली हाथ आए थे हम, खाली हाथ जाएंगे, चिंता क्या है, कुछ रहना ही नहीं है. इतनी चिंता क्यों कर रहे हो? They're fatalists. And because of this fatalism, कि सब खत्म ही हो जाना है. Somebody said, in the long run, we are all dead. जब खत्म ही हो जाना है, chill करो life में, मेहनत करने की क्या जरूरत है? So spiritualists are fatalists. Right? But you look at Arjun here, he is also a spiritualist. But he's fighting a war. Prabhupada is also a spiritualist. But he's staying up all day. So actually true spiritualists are not fatalists. They're not lazy fatalists. They're active passionists. They're active, they're passionate about what they do. That passion is to serve God, to work for God. In Melbourne in 1974, Prabhupada landed in Australia. By then, he had conquered the world. So a lot of his disciples were there. And media was there. Press was there. And then one media reporter said, "Sir, do you guys work? Because you get all your money from begging." Isn't it? They don't, Prabhupada or the disciples, everybody in the movement, they weren't going to office and earning money. So they're like, you beg for donations. That's how you sustain. So it was an indirect way of saying, guys, go get a job, get a life, do something. What did Prabhupada reply? Prabhupada said, I work much more than any of you can even dream. He said, I work 24 hours. I sleep for 2 hours. I travel the world 3 to 4 times in the year. Surely you can't do it. So don't say we don't work. Don't say we don't. It's just that, what are you working for? Take a pause and think. We are all working. What are we working for? And you'll know the answer honestly. I am working for money. Money will give me enjoyment for myself. But Prabhupada was working for Krishna. Simple. Only the subject, the object of work has changed. Only the objective, who are you working for, has changed. But that doesn't mean that spiritualists are lazy. A true spiritualist works very, very hard. And Prabhupada was there, but even today, we know, so many spiritualists, they work so hard around us. Like for example, let's take one example. We're going to the Puri trip, right? Aditya Prabhu, he is leading the management. He's sitting in Calcutta, managing people in Delhi and Gurgaon. He has a normal job like all of us do. He's a lawyer, corporate law. He does that. After that, he's booking buses. He has, of course, other devotees helping him. Booking prasadam, you have to manage 90 people, their flights, their stay, how will they travel within Puri, darshan, itinerary. You know what it takes? A family trip takes so much. 90 people. And even then there will naturally be some complaints. This is a spiritualist. He's not getting money for it. Actively working for Krishna. You go to an ISKCON temple, you'll see full-time devotees there. What are they doing? Misconception is, to Hare Krishna wale hai, Hare Krishna gaate hai. No, you have to see. The temple in Rohini, it's the latest temple in Delhi. You know how much is, I was telling Gaurav Prabhu that day, how much was is the total net worth of that, only that physical structure? How much money it took to build that physical structure? Has anybody been to Rohini, ISKCON Rohini? It's a beautiful temple, no? It took 100 crores. 100 crores. Now if you made something worth 100 crores, it'll take something to manage it, no? To maintain it, no? At least 30 lakhs you will be spending in the month just to maintain it. The deities, you have to give food. So many people are coming, you have to give prasad. Lift hai, electricity bill hai. गोविंदास चल रहा है नीचे. People are working day and night. Just the object has changed. The brahmacharis are not taking any salary. They're just working for Krishna day and night. And Krishna says in the Gita, don't worry, bro. I'll maintain you. Chill. I'm also chill. You also be chill. Work for me, I'll maintain you. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutana gyatva mam shantim rachati. I will ensure you have peace. Just give everything to me. We'll come to that. So let's go ahead. Let's read one more shloka and then we will switch off for today. 1.25. Anybody wants to read the Sanskrit? Divya, you want to try Sanskrit? Bhishma Drona Pramuktaha Sarvesham Shamahishitam Uvacha Partha Pashyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Translation.
In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all the other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, just behold, Partha, all the Kurus assembled here.
So the same scene is going on. Krishna and Arjuna are in the middle of the battlefields. And Krishna is saying, oh Arjun, see, you wanted to see both the armies. I've got you in the middle. Please, see. Arjun's other name is Partha. Partha matlab Pritha का बेटा, belonging to Pritha. तो पृथा कौन हुआ, कौन हुए फिर कुंती. तो उनका नाम तो कुंती है, तो पृथा कैसे है? उनके भी दो नाम थे. कौन्तेय means son of Kunti. Partha means son of Pritha. So Pritha was her original name. Okay. She, Kunti Maharani, Kunti ji, was the daughter of Sursen. Kunti was the daughter of Sursen. At birth, her name was Pritha. Sursen was also the father of Vasudev. And Vasudev was the father of Krishna. Nanda Maharaj was his foster father. Vasudev was his actual father. Confused? You know this. Krishna was born in jail. Kamsa wanted to kill Sunai as a coach. Then Krishna was transferred. Janmashtami, jhankis on the head. One man with long hair carried him in a basket. Then there was the snake, the hoods. Then he was dropped in Vrindavan in Mother Yashoda's home. So Mother Yashoda and Nand Maharaj were foster parents. In the jail, he was born to Devaki and Vasudev. Okay? Vasudev, of course, he's not born. He chooses. Okay? Guys, actually, Vasudev and Devaki did years and years, decades and decades and decades of tapasya. And then after that tapasya, Lord Vishnu asked them, what do you want? So, we want a son like you. He said, like me to ho hi nahi sakta. How can there be another one like me? That's not possible. He said, I'll only have to become your son. So then he promised, when I come in my original form, Krishna, you will be my parents, I'll choose you. Okay? So this Vasudev's father or Krishna's grandfather was Surasen. Okay? Can you draw the family tree? Krishna, Vasudev, Surasen. Surasen's daughter was Pritha. So Pritha is now Krishna's what? Bua. Krishna's father's sister. So Kunti Maharani or Pritha and Vasudev are real, what we say, real brother and sister. Anusha always tells me, ये real क्या होता है? real क्या होता है? हम तो यही बोलते हैं real and cousin. Is it only me or you guys also say real and cousin? She's like, real क्या बाकी artificial है क्या? Then I realized, हाँ ये terminology थोड़ी अजीब है. Okay, so Pritha. Now what happened? Surasen's good friend was another king. His name was Kunti Bhoja. Kunti Bhoj didn't have any children. So after a few days after Pritha's birth, Surasen gave Pritha to Kunti Bhoj. Said, you take care of her. So she was adopted by Kunti Bhoj. And thus, Kunti, because she was the daughter of Kunti Bhoj, also Kunti Bhoj was her foster father. Her other name was Kunti. So Pritha is the original name and Kunti is the name which comes because she was the daughter of Kunti Bhoj. Okay? Cool. So I just want to end on one note. Normally when we say happiness today, happiness, and the word happiness is associated very closely with dopamine. Happiness is very flickering. आती और बड़ी जल्दी चली जाती है. एक अच्छी रील देखी, वो बनाई, खुद बनाई, चली गई. छुट्टी पे गए, छुट्टी पे भी हमें डोपामिन चाहिए. कंटिन्यूसली कुछ करना है, कंटिन्यूसली. हैप्पीनेस एक्चुअली बहुत ही अब्यूज टर्म हो गई है, वेरी अब्यूज्ड. सो इन संस्कृत द वर्ड दैट इज यूज्ड इज कॉल्ड आनंद. And in this tradition, this spiritual tradition, we go beyond Ananda. It's Ananda Buddhi Vardhanam. How is this Ananda different from happiness? It is different because happiness, how we use it today, is basically the law of marginal utility. Economics. अगर किसी ने पढ़ा है, अगर प्रभु knows, विद टाइम वो कर्व डिक्रीज होता है, ऐसे नीचे आता रहता है. जैसे पनीर खाया लंच में, बहुत मज़ा आया. पनीर खाया डिनर में, मज़ा आया. पनीर अगली ब्रेकफास्ट में, थोड़ा मज़ा कम हुआ पर मज़ा आया. फिर पनीर वापस लंच में, ये क्या चल रहा है पर ठीक है. अगेन डिनर में पनीर को बैन करो, सब एनालॉग है, इसमें कुछ हेल्दी नहीं है. You get it? So happiness decreases with time. You know, you get a girlfriend, very happy, romantic. तुम मिले, तुम बने, हम बने एक दूजे के लिए. Then courtship, then marriage. Then hello, how are you? I'll go to office. Can't take you anymore. Need a break. I need some me time. Right? Law of marginal utility. Romance reduces naturally. Even if it's not so as extreme as I'm saying, Anusha and I are not like that. We don't say we need me time. But even then, you know, the romance reduces, the pleasure from that relationship reduces. This is the nature of happiness in this world. You see anything. That is why every year you need a new iPhone model. 16, 17, 18, पता नहीं कब तक 100 तक चलाएंगे, क्या करेंगे. फिर उसमें भी अभी हर साल पहले होता था iPhone 10, iPhone 10R, iPhone 11, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 13 Pro Max, iPhone 14e, iPhone 15 Plus, 5-6 variants उसी में अभी. You see, every year we need something. But that's not the nature of spiritual happiness, of Anand. In Ananda, you do the same thing. That same thing gives you continuous pleasure. It's not flickering. The curve is continuous. चलता जाएगा. And it's also ever increasing. It increases. Till the end of life, spiritualists keep reading the Bhagavad Gita. I think with all of you, I'll be reading it maybe 6th or 7th time. Every time I read it, there's a different taste. It's something different you figure out. Something which makes you go, oh my God, this is crazy. And then as one spiritually advances, that same Gita, is just the perspective is completely changing. And how is that changing? I'm reading the same thing. Because Krishna is sitting in your heart and he's giving you thoughts. Sometimes we don't think कि मुझे एक thought क्यों आती है. उसको वो थॉट नहीं आती, मुझे वो थॉट आती है. Krishna says in the Gita, Sarvasya cham riddhi sannivishno mata smritir jnanam apohanam. I give memory, I give remembrance. So as you advance spiritually, Krishna gives you newer and newer and newer tastes in the heart. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. Spiritual taste is ever increasing and it is continuous. Same thing. This mantra that we chant, all your life you will chant this. It's not going to change. ऐसा नहीं है. ये थोड़ा order change करते हैं. आज कृष्णा हरे रामा रामा करके देखते हैं. You just sing the same mantra through your life and you will see. You know, initially chanting is such a pain. My God. Especially chanting alone. Oof. People run away. Take this away. Prabhu ji, kuch bhi kara lo. Just don't give me this bead back. Please. Gaurav is like, yeah, he can relate. He's like, just don't like. Somehow, as soon as I put my hand in that bead back, all miseries of my life surface. They come to surface. Right? But you keep doing that chanting, then you see how taste increases. How taste increases. Gradually. So spiritual taste is very different from material taste. Variety will be there, but you will see the same thing in itself will give you so much taste. That's where we'll close. Any questions, thoughts, comments? Pratish, you know, we like you. We just like to pull somebody's leg. You're such a sport, you always take it in the right spirit. Any questions? Anything? Any thoughts, comments? Shweta's leg is shaking. She's keeping it for the after party. She's like burning questions. Nah? You okay? No question? Okay. Any thoughts, comments? Cool. So then I'll tell you something. Question here, so I'll tell you. So Prabhupada loved serving Krishna so much. He could not serve Krishna even for a second. In 1972, he flew from LA to Mexico. So 4.5-hour flight. 4.5 hours, it's a long flight. यहाँ पे इंडिया में कहीं से कहीं जाएंगे 3 hour flight होती है. It's tiring. 4.5 hours तो ज़्यादा हो गए. 4.5 hour flight. He lands in Mexico, goes through all that visa formalities. Then somehow there was some communication gap. There's nobody to pick him up there. They thought his flight is going to land 2 hours later. He waits at the airport. Somehow somebody gives him a ride, drops him at the airport. There are 300 devotees waiting for him. He addresses them, gives a nice talk, nice lecture. Goes to his room. Devotees come meet him. He talks about problems, issues, everything is okay, everyone is okay. In the evening, he goes to another public program. He addresses people there. Gets free at 9 p.m. Remember, he started somewhere in the middle of the night, 4.5 hour flight. 9 p.m., he's on his way back. He's coming with the temple president. The temple president tells him that, listen, a few days back, I met somebody who hosts the biggest TV talk show in Mexico. The name of this talk show is Televisio Horas. No, 24 Horas, something, 24 in Mexican, whatever. You know better. Yeah, H-O-R-A-S. Whatever. In Spanish, I don't know how to pronounce. So he says, it's a very popular talk show. I met him. I told him about you, Prabhupada. He said, yeah, sure, let me host him. Okay. So Prabhupada is like, how many people view this show? It's 20 to 30 million. It's around 2 to 3 crores in a country like Mexico. Mexico की population India जैसी नहीं है. So 2 to 3 crores is a lot. So he's like, Prabhupada, when would you want to go? Prabhupada is like 20 to 30 million. Let's go now. It's 9 p.m. Prabhupada, now if I'll tell him now, the show will happen around midnight because he'll have to set everything up. He said, we work today, we rest tomorrow. Okay, he calls up, he's shocked. He's like, ये सुबह last night से निकले हुए हैं, आज 9 बजे इनको show करने जा रहे हैं. Okay, fine. He asked, the host is like, yeah, sure, let's do this right now. Prabhupada goes, you can see that interview on YouTube. He's not slept, right? Started late last night. Now it's 9 p.m. Midnight, approaching midnight. He does the interview. You listen to that interview. Feel like this is the sharpest man I've ever seen. Prabhupada is giving such sharp answers, so lovingly, so nicely. Then he comes back. He rests for a while. Next day, they have to go 50 miles away from Mexico City. He goes 50 miles away. He does 2-3 programs there. He comes back late at night because he has to come from 50 miles away. He comes back late at night. At night, again devotees are waiting for him. Again he talks to them. It's been 2 nights. He's been traveling, not sleeping. And he's choosing it. Right? He's choosing it. So this is the sign of a very elevated spiritualist. This is spiritual taste. It's not ending. It's never ending. He's saying the same things, the same Krishna conscious philosophy everywhere. This is spiritual taste. And once you get it, you'll love it. But for that, we'll have to do a little bit of effort. And the first thing you can do is chant. What we do here collectively, you can do that individually. So most of you do it. I know Shiv Prabhu does, Pratyush does, Swati does, Shweta does, Chehak does, Gaurav does, Sahil has to restart. And Rohan, you should also try. Try. Just 10 minutes a day. Like Swati very religiously does it every day. And we have a small group where Swati says, done for the day. Every morning she's doing it. And she's continuously doing it. So try it. You'll start getting a spiritual taste. Now, Swati may be feeling, मुझे तो इतना ज़्यादा तो नहीं लग रहा, but you will realize it when you leave it. You leave it for 2 days, and then you'll know, there was something in it. There was something in it. There was something in it. Okay, thank you very much for hearing so attentively and participating. Time for Prasad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki